I know, I know. Let me start off by saying this does not look like your atypical gantry. It's not shaped like a gantry, it doesn't look like a gantry, but I don't know what else to call it. It's providing the same service, which is lifting heavy objects. Well, in this case, it's going to be lifting slash pulling a heavy object from a basement. So if you know of a better name, please leave it in the comments below, and the winner will get that name branded upon the unit itself. The whole purpose of this unit was for me to pull out a gun safe that weighs about 1,000 pounds through a Bilko door. It has to travel approximately 30 feet from where it's currently at in the basement to the basement door, go up the stairs, go onto a set of ramps, and then position itself onto a trailer to be driven out of the yard. Unfortunately, I didn't make any video of me making this gantry, but I did take photos throughout the process, so I'll do my best to describe what I did and when. If there's any questions, just leave them in my comments. I'll do my best to ignore you and respond as fast as I can. The main frame of the gantry is made out of 4x6 timber. It sits about 12 feet tall. Any of the diagonal supports that you see are either 2x4s or 2x6s. All of the brackets you see I made myself. They're made from half-inch plate steel. The angle brackets I made by putting them in my hydraulic press, and all bolts are grade 8. The safe that had to be moved was over 300 miles away. I designed the gantry so that it was portable. Here you can see one of the sides in its collapsed state. To put the side back together again, all you had to do was swing out the two legs and install 2 bolts. The whole process took about 5 to 10 minutes per side. First, you slid the main support leg out, securing it with its bolt. Next, you slid down the support bracket, put its bolt in, and that side is completed. Once the sides are built, then you can add the first of 2 cross supports. I designed this so it could be built by one person, but it is a huge pain. It is definitely a 2-person job. I grossly underestimated the weight of these 4x6 posts. The second to last step is to put the top cross support on. This was the trickiest part. The top support was very heavy, not only because it was a 4x6 post, but because it also had the electric winch on there with all the wiring. Basically, you had to climb up the one side, bench press it over your head, and slide it into the top brackets. I installed these stairs so you can easily climb up the gantry. You basically walk up this and walk across the lower support brace. Your partner then hands you the upper support brace, and then you can slide it into the brackets. The last step here was to put in the diagonal supports. Nothing special here, just 2x6s and lag bolts. On the very top of the gantry, I installed a 3,500-pound electric winch. This is what's going to be used to help pull the safe out of the basement. You're probably thinking this is all great, but how's this actually going to pull a safe out of a basement? Well, let's demonstrate on this photo right here, and we'll pretend this car in the photo is the actual safe. Remember that this safe is actually in the basement, so it's going to be down about another 10 feet in the ground. This is not a perfect representation, but it's close. Just remember that the car is supposed to be about another 10 feet down, so the angle is much steeper. But basically, I'm going to take a pulley, connect it to the safe, and then use the winch cable around the pulley, and then come back up and support it to the lower cross brace. Now what this is going to do is, as the safe is being pulled up, that lower cable that's attached to the lower support brace is actually going to be supplying a force down, and it's going to keep those back legs planted, and this way the whole gantry won't tip over. Well, at least it did on the math that I did on my bar napkin. It's a little preview. This is the gantry set up at the actual house, ready to pull a safe out. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.